Hey everyone, welcome back to Pearls of Wisdom. I just got done working, so I thought I'd come on and do a video. It's only like 40 degrees out today. That's a little too cold for me, but anyway, I wanted to let you know I came across this. It was a pretty great channel, and it was by Byron Abel Gen Xer. I think that's how you pronounce it, Abel, like as in Cain and Abel. And he took the economic ninja challenge to do the 10-day videos as well. He has this really cool storytelling voice, and his content in his recent videos really resonated with me. So maybe they will resonate with you as well. So go check them out and see. So I've been just kind of thinking about life, and because I'm coming into the winter, and like I said, my job's ending, and I might have one more day of a couple hours left. But anyway, I got to thinking, it's like, you come into this world in diapers and you go out in diapers, and you start with training wheels and you move on to the hot racing wheels to the wheels on a walker. So, life is all about, the choices we make. And, sometimes it just does not turn out the way we thought or the way we want it to be. And, some people just don't understand it. They think that it's just, well, just do this and just do that. Or especially those that have achieved success, by means of, say, like, the house and cars and money and whatever. They figure, okay, if I can do it, then anybody can do it. People say that. And sometimes, even though people try, it just doesn't always work out. So then, you come to the point that if you try and things don't work out, then sometimes you become just defeated. And it's really hard, to keep trying and getting beaten down, and, and going over and over and over with that, if you don't have somebody there to help, support you and encourage you and try to help lift you up. But then there's those that, when they're down, there's just no helping them out. They're, they lose the will and the desire and the motivation. And then there's those that are like a 1,000-pound anchor that you're trying to lift with a drone, and they may come out of their muck and learn to overcome that and eventually do something. And then there's those that are like a bobber underwater, that you give them a little push and they come flying to the top, and then they're on top of the water and away they go. But it just sometimes, when you're feeling just so low, and you just think, oh, if somebody could just give me a hand and help me, it's a matter of maybe just leaning on them a little bit, just to get that momentum going. But you have to have the desire, because otherwise you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So you have to be able to want to do something, with that, because if it's just handed to you, then, and you don't earn it, you'll lose it. And then the cycle, just repeats itself. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about, being, like I said, that the job's going to end, and I'm I'm 60 years old and I'm doing lawn care, but it was a choice that I made, and I really love it. But I'm thinking, man, I'm too old for this shit, especially after I had that car accident, and since then what had happened is my spine, it just like collapsed and then twisted and then bent over. But I still do things, And sometimes, when you want to do things, it's easier. You can work through the pain and everything. But, when there's a need and you have to do it, sometimes it's harder, but you still do it because there's not another option. So, I took a leap of faith and decided that, with the winter coming, that I would, do something. I had to do something. So I bought some classes, and one, I wanted to learn some financial things. I've been wanting to learn this for a while. And I don't know if it was part FOMO because I'm missing out on stuff. I think it's more of a need as well, because I need to be able to figure out how to support myself, because I don't want to live in a cardboard box, and there's only so much time to start life over. So one, I took classes in like investing and, side hustles and, stuff like that, learning business stuff, like starting, like a LLC, that kind of thing. So I want to do those classes. Then I want to do, where I want to sharpen my skills, my pew pew skills. So I'm going to do that. And then I really want to teach myself how to weld. I've wanted to weld my entire life, never did. And so, but I think I'll probably do that more in the spring. I probably won't do that, over the winter because it's too cold out. And maybe doing something with a house and looking into being a rental, something like that. We'll see. But maybe it was dumb to put that on a credit card right now, because it's like, hello. But like I said, I listened to the voice, and I've been thinking about it, and I would, hesitate constantly, like, okay, I'm going to do it. No. And then I hear somebody naysayer, and then I wouldn't. And then, I'm going to do it. And so the whole, roller coaster ride, I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. I have to invest in myself. So I felt very strongly about it. So I'm excited about that. But, I'm kind of freaking out because I'm like, oh my goodness, now I got to do all that. And I still have to do this and this and this before, because, the temperature's dropping. We're only going to have highs in the 30s and 40s and freezing overnight. And I'm like, I still have some outside stuff to do. So, oh well, it's all, it's all good. What do you do? I felt the need that I needed to change my pattern so that I could keep the momentum going. Because in the winter time, I just tend to, become a hermit, and I just hibernate, and I sleep until April, and then wake up, and then I'm rearing to go. So, I've been very excited over this 10-day challenge. It just kind of got things rolling and got the momentum going. And, I figured, well, can you really teach an old dog new tricks? Well, like I said, I learned the zero turn mower, and now I'm pretty good at it. It's just not jumping on and mowing, when you're mowing for others. I mean, there's a lot of planning that goes into that when you do something. Then I also learn a lot of things from YouTube that, I don't have anyone else to rely on. So I, bought a over the window, like a saddle air conditioner while I watched this guy, and, he showed me how to install it pretty easily. So that was pretty great. And then I had an alternator went out in my car, and so I thought, I'm going to replace that myself. So I went in and talked to I went into the junkyard, and between him and YouTube's, it's like I took the alternator home, and I'm a small statured person, so I'm up and, standing on the bumper and in the engine compartment. And I put the alternator in myself. And what was really cool is that the gentleman at the yard, I guess he said that he was just so impressed that I did it myself that he offered me a job. So I took it, and He was the greatest person and the greatest boss. I just love Wally. I miss working there. They had shut down the yard after COVID, so. But anyway, so I did that, and I taught myself to replace the fuel pump and the fuel tank and just all sorts of things. Now I'm working on the carburetor on the snowblower, and so sometimes that stuff just comes out of necessity. But it's all about, we're creatures of habit. So we just need, to change something sometimes, even if it's changing your routine or changing how you put on your socks and shoes. It just changes your brain, and just try it. It's really strange. I do that now, and it just kind of wakes your brain up to start, being more creative and, think differently. So anyway, I guess that's what I'm doing to kind of add a little bit to the dash between my dates. So why don't you please share below, what are you doing, to change the dash between your dates? Until next time, have an excellent rest of your day. See you then.